Hey guys, welcome back to another Coffee and Cards AHG. And we'll jump straight into that reading, shall we? See what the message is today. It feels as though you aren't utilizing your power, like you're literally holding it in and feeling really insecure about it at the moment. It's not just about power, but skills, things that you're able to do, which will really propel you forward in life and help you to find your truest path. And it's like you're completely aware of what it is, but you're choosing to hold yourself back. And whenever we get that in a reading, the first thing that comes to mind is make sure you're holding yourself with confidence. Change your body posture, change the way that you sit. Make sure that you keep your shoulders back instead of hunched over, because I can feel the difference, and you probably will too. When you're hunched over, you can feel the energy more blocked and it's not flowing so smoothly. You're letting yourself down, literally, by stopping the flow of energy, lowering your vibration, when literally all you have to do in order to fix that and to enhance your flow, raise that vibration, is to make the conscious choice to just hold your shoulders back, your chest out. And immediately when I do that, I can feel my heart center opening up. I can feel energy flowing from that space. And interestingly enough, the next chakra down from the heart, the solar plexus, is all about your self-esteem and self-confidence. And this is an area where people are often really self-conscious about. So opening that up and letting that part come forward, just it might make people feel more self-conscious, just the idea of it, because you're like, I don't want to stick my belly out more, I don't need to do that, that will just make things worse. I plan on hiding that, perhaps with big jumpers. I'm wearing this for comfort, okay? But I see what the guides are telling me today. You're dressing to hide. You're holding yourself in a position to hide. It feels like I've just been inspired to go out and film one of these readings out in public. Of course, I'd probably be worried about noise interference and stuff, but I guess nothing's stopping me, so I should. And if it works out, it works out. Then I will literally be putting my work out into the world, like physically, rather than sitting in the corner of my comfy couch, hiding behind a screen. I feel like, I know you guys probably, you're like, what the heck? This reading's meant to be about me, not about you. And sorry, with me, you're gonna get a little bit of both, okay? So when I feel inspired to share, I'm gonna share, because that's just who I am. Anyway, I feel like, wow, damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. You get a lot of that with me as well, because switchy DID times. I'm feeling really excited though, so obviously this is the right track. I'm gonna go do my thing out in the open, hiding on my couch, trying to recap everything so I can remember. No, I don't know. Oh, I totally remember. Totally worked, guys. All right. So, um, it's just like recording yourself and your work and showing who you are on camera is not a small thing. I remember when I first started doing readings, I was so scared, and I was told that it's important to do live things to show your audience your face and um, you are your brand and all this stuff. And I was petrified, and it took me so long to get comfortable doing lives. And even now, I'm just like, well, what happens if someone's like watching and then they comment and do they expect me to respond? Should I make the reading for them? No, I shouldn't make the reading for them because it's a general reading, and then I get all nervous. So yeah, but it's fine. I said hiding behind a camera, but honestly, this is just like a huge step compared to a couple of years ago with anxiety as high as it was. And I know a lot of people who suffer from anxiety, and some of them are taking their first steps by putting images of themselves out into the world. So, what are you up to? Have you Are you still like stuck in that anxiety and holding yourself back completely? Is this information on this card about you letting that holding yourself back literally take over your life? Or are you at the point where you're shining through that and you still feel kind of reserved, but you're letting your light shine through it and you're doing some stuff? Or are you fully out there embracing yourself and your life and sharing your gifts? I feel like I want to know what you guys are at, what you're at in your journey. It'd be interesting for me to find out um, if there's a variety of different people drawn to my work, or if we're all kind of on the same level. And I would say that for me personally, it's a transition time for the middle one and the third one. The shining through and doing some stuff, but it's time to step out of that. And I bet you the next card is going to give me that kind of information. I want to say let's find out, but I want to see what else this card is telling me. You got information laid out all around you where you know all these things about yourself and about what you have to offer. And still you're choosing to hold yourself back, feeling as though you don't know how to express it. And there's definitely a part of you that definitely does know how to express it. It just might not be the way that other people express it, and it might not be the way that you think people want you to express it. Literally do it in a way that feels good for you, and make sure you're pushing yourself little bit by little bit, slightly out of your comfort zone every time, or as the weeks progress. It really depends on what you feel you're comfortable with. I wouldn't want to push people to move too quickly, because I do know a lot of people suffer with mental health problems, and I know that sometimes following this advice and trying to do it all in one go is really difficult, because you can't keep up the consistency. You don't get the same kind of like motivation that you need to get through that kind of thing. Sometimes you just forget. It's okay, because we all need to work at our own pace. It's totally fine. You can't have other people telling you what you're ready to do or not. And maybe sometimes you are ready to do things a bit more than you have been. Maybe you are holding yourself back. But that's what the guides are telling us right now. You kind of are. They're saying you're ready to step open just a tiny bit more. Just a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to leap forward. Just a tiny little go. Tiny little one. We're not sprinting toward what we want when we're struggling with mental health, because that will just create breakdowns. That will create putting more blockages up, and that's not what we want. We literally want to make progress toward it when we're feeling up to it and let ourselves rest when we're not. I feel like that is a message that I want to share overall. I feel like that would be valuable as a part of my whole brand. I can preach about following this advice and moving forward and staying accountable all I like, but I know the reality for a lot of people is you just need to give yourself more time. And sometimes being patient with yourself, giving yourself that time, and then being reminded every now and then it's okay to push your boundaries just a little bit, just to see how you go, will make a huge difference. It's totally a thing. Alright, moving on to the next card, guys. So I've been rambling a little bit with this one, so I might make it just a little bit longer. We will find our place in. Hang on, I have a little sip. Hopefully, it's not loud with this headset on. Tries to drink as quietly as possible. I hope it worked. We will find ourselves in the place where we're supposed to be, surrounded by the stuff that we want. But the thing is, it's not going to just manifest around us without letting ourselves get used to the idea of it being there in the first place. Sometimes when we try to work toward a goal and then we make so much progress really fast, we look around us and suddenly our life is so different and it can be really overwhelming. So what they want us to do is to have a little time to yourself. I might make a meditation that accompanies this one because I feel like that will be valuable for a lot of people. But make sure that you can close your eyes in a space where you can try to relax. I feel like the word try means like there's a lot of effort involved. But I mean, just allow yourself to find some peace, I suppose. And start visualizing yourself in a beautiful space, a space that you find appealing to you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be where you want to be living 5 years from now or something like that. It can literally be by a waterfall, in a field of flowers, in a forest. It could be old train tracks. Something that is appealing to you. A very old building. One that is crumbling and has history there. At the end of this video, I'd like you to let me know if you resonate with any of those things that I said, because some of them were just flowing to me, and I wanted to know if that's because I was picking up on any of your energies. So yeah, that'd be cool. But just find somewhere like those that makes you feel peace and then I want you to let the things that you want in your life, like physical objects, things that would symbolize where you'd be at that time, manifest around you. One by one, you see one show up. You know, this is a symbol of having self-confidence. This is a symbol of wealth. This is a symbol of having love in my life. These different things. And let yourself seeing them manifesting around you one by one. Acknowledge them. Acknowledge that they are there in front of you in this moment, because they are, because you're in this space and they're there. And let yourself be in that space with these things. The more you do this, the more comfortable you will be with having those things around you, so that as you gain more experience and as you progress in your life, in the things that you're doing, and you gain these things in your life, you might acknowledge, hey, this is that thing that I visualized, or this symbolizes the same thing that this thing that I visualized was symbolizing, and I have this in my life now. And then perhaps you'll even be able to notice them as they're coming into your life, rather than opening your eyes one day and seeing, oh my god, everything is different, and then feeling really overwhelmed by that. You'll already be used to it, and you will have already noticed that it was coming into your life. And of course, there'll be a level of like excitedness and confidence in yourself and achievement. You'll be like, did I manifest this? Because I imagined having this around me, and now it's come to me. But even though that wasn't the goal of this exercise, the goal of this exercise was to acquaint ourselves with having it so that we won't be overwhelmed when it comes. If you ever find yourself becoming overwhelmed, but not in like a can't handle it kind of way, but in a oh my god, I'm so proud of myself kind of way, which is what is likely to happen once you realize that you're able to get yourself used to things and manifest things in your life. Well, damn, I just switched and totally forgot where that sentence was heading. I feel like you probably know what I was going to say. If you don't know, then I guess I'll get someone to rewatch this video like in my system, and then like we'll write it down somewhere in a comment section or something. So knowing how that happens, hey, it doesn't happen in many readings, but it happens in a couple. It's like, move on already. Running out of time. Okay. Wow. It feels like I'm doing this because it's like breathing. It's gonna sound really weird, that's why I'm reluctant to say it. It feels like we're breathing out and like exuding the energies that we need once we get used to being in that space where we're visualizing this stuff. The key in this message is really visualize this thing. Because I feel like having that around you and feeling clarity when you're in that space will help you to drop that guard, which is the thing that is holding you back right now. And it feels like things will flow a little bit easier once you get used to that. But I want you to think about the thing that it is, because it's telling you in the first card, it's telling you, you know what your offering is, you know what your power is, you know what it is about you that you need to be showing more of. So I don't need to tell you what it is. You already know what it is. But pretty soon, after following the practical advice of that thing, you will literally just have the energy you need flowing out of you. People will be able to see what you have to offer without you having to showcase it. It's not like you have to be strutting around being like, hey man, look at me, I can do the thing, look at this is really cool, all the time. Once it's flowing off of you, people will just see it. They will see the energy. And hold on. I hope that worked, so that you couldn't hear the sneeze. Anyway, yep, you don't have to do the thing. I switched again, but I'm not forgetting. You won't have to show it off. The energy that you need to be putting out into the universe, it will be flowing out. And then from there, it just takes some getting used to your own energy and getting used to your own abilities and doing the stuff. Just getting to know yourself. You're not going to get a good relationship with yourself and the things that you can do unless you do them and you practice them. And I feel like that's an overwhelming statement. But do the thing where you visualize that safe space around you and those things popping up one by one and acknowledging them. Because that's literally all you have to do to take this step, to open yourself up and move forward. And the more you're putting that energy out there and the more you are growing this energy by living in it, the further your reach will be, and people will feel that, and they will be drawn to you, not in a scary way. So you don't have to let that hold you back. But it might be in the form of new friendships or alliances, maybe business partners, maybe just support people, maybe just acquaintances that hold the same kind of vibration as you. And when you're around them, it reminds you that you don't have to be afraid and that you're not as stuck as you maybe felt that you were. Okay, I've run out of time because there's meant to be 20 minutes. If you book a personalized reading, that will last half an hour, so it'll be a bit longer and a bit more detailed than the ones that I do on YouTube. So if you're interested in finding out more very personalized information straight from your guides, then just click on my link to my Facebook page and press book now, so that we can get moving and I can help you out. I have this offering where we can literally just talk about whatever you want. You can ask me to talk to you about a couple of different topics. just give you a reading on things that you're concerned about or whatever. And I can do that. Although the guides really do want me to just give you the information that they know that you need right now to follow your truest path. Because following the things that you think you need to follow may not necessarily get you, usually won't get you to where your guides want you to be, but it'll get you to where you want to go, kind of, in a way. Things won't always work out the way you want them to when you're working against the universe and your guides, but there are still really valuable lessons in doing that. So whichever you're ready for, just book that in and let me know, and we'll just work together. If you wanted a 30-minute reading, that'll be $60. And if you wanted to just pay by the minute, then you can just go for as long as you feel is necessary. Alright? And we can have a chat, and it doesn't have to be just straight information. It can be a conversation over a cup of coffee, if that's what you need. Alright, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And if you wanted to support me on Patreon, there's going to be a link below. And that would be amazing. And if you wanted to like and subscribe to this page or channel, then you'll get these free readings multiple times a week, and you'll get notified whenever I do one, and you'll just keep getting more updates on how you can better your life without paying for the actual reading. So that's handy for you. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Thank you.